Okay, so I'll have to tell you this little bit of history, my history. This is a road called Freshwaters, and as you can see the houses are quite old. So these ones were here when I was a child. Across the road these are all new. Over there is the school that I used to go to. It's got Freshwaters. It used to be called Broadfields. I'm not going to show you the school because it's completely changed. It's almost unrecognisable, apart from a few trees that I remember. But I want to show you this bungalow here. And this was built, I think, in 1972. So I want to tell you what was here before this bungalow. And over there, these houses were built afterwards. More houses were built there. So they've built a lot of houses here. But this place was right across the school, very near. And it was fascinating because it was an old bit of hedgerow with some ditches, but you weren't allowed in it. It had a fence and it had a sign saying danger, keep out, and nobody knew why it was dangerous. It just had this notice, danger, keep out. Whether a bomb fell there during the Second World War, I really don't know. That was one idea, one rumour. But so I'm telling you this because quite often people did go in there and they got into trouble when the teacher found out. But then the following year, I think maybe 1970, so it was only like 1969 where it really was danger, keep out, because in 1970 that was where I was going home and some of my classmates or boys from another class came by and they had this egg box and they had a little bit of frog spawn in it. I said, where did you get that? In danger, keep out. You're not allowed there, are you? Yeah, you can go there now. So that was, I think, 1970. So I went there. And that was the first time I saw frog spawn, 1970, so I was about 7, 8. So first of all we went there, I think my brother was with me, and we were looking for this stuff and we couldn't find it. We just found this Eiger, and then suddenly, yeah, here it is, and there were loads of it. And then we went back the next day and people were trying to catch the frogs and they were like jumping out of the water, but you just caught a glimpse of them. But then I saw my first frog, and it had this little bump on its anus. Now, I think that was because somebody had squeezed it and forced the frog spawn out of it, or something else had happened to it. But it was a female anyway, and it had laid its eggs. But the bump, as I said, something had gone wrong or something. They don't normally. That's just my theory. What this bump was, in fact. So I remember thinking, oh, this is the first time I've seen a reptile. Well, of course, amphibians are not reptiles, but that's what I thought at the time, and it was very exciting to see this thing like a reptile for the first time in my life. In the wild. Probably I'd just seen things in the zoo, but it was a fantastic little place, and the trouble is that everybody went there for frogs because it was right bang opposite the school. But what a pity that they built on it. And remember, we used to talk to the builders, and they always used to cat whistle the girls going past. We used to find that funny. We were talking to them, and they said, did you see any frogs? I said, yeah, we did. What did you do with them? We buried them. So Yeah, probably there was lots of frogs that they disturbed while they were building. They just didn't care and just buried them. So it's hard to imagine now, but this little thing here was a very interesting place once. Danger, keep out. Gone forever, just in my memory. I guess there's no films of it or anything, just in my memory and from the memory of other people who went to that school. And I'd like to know if anybody's watching who's older than me, who knows the real story behind Danger Keep Out. Please write a comment, I'll be very interested to hear. So, that was called Danger Keep Out. Thank you for listening.